Hi guys, I'm Christina.
I'm Mandy.
And we are
Gals on Games.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but new background.
Today we'll be talking about our top 10 list of the hottest male and female video game characters. We will be putting them in certain categories and naming off our favorite choices for those categories.
There's a lot of hot characters in this.
A lot of hot
Just
characters.
a lot of sexiness in this list.
So much sex.
So first, we'll be listing off our top 10 hottest male characters. Number 10, hottest voice.
Don't you just love to hear them talk?
With the deep voice and the raspy voices. There's so many sexy voices.
So many sexy voices, and sometimes that voice makes that character.
Yeah, I agree.
What is your top voice?
I actually had a hard time with this because there's a lot of really good guy characters with sexy voices. I'm gonna have to go with Alexios from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Something about the European accent and the really deep voice, like every single time I play it, I'm like, I just need to take a moment. Like his voice is so soothing and like the European accent is just
I love
so
accents
sexy,
in games.
right? What about yours?
Mine. Sexiest voice. It's so hard to choose.
I know.
But I think out of all the characters I've ever seen in video games, the sexiest voice will have to go to Link.
Oh my gosh!
Something about the ha hua hi hua. What is the hottest Nintendo character on your list?
Oh my god. This is gonna be really weird, and I have probably thought about this a lot as a child. Knuckles from Sonic.
No, he was totally hot.
Right? He was hot.
Yeah.
He was like more badass than Sonic. What about you?
There's so many Nintendo characters.
really is.
There's so many. I would probably have to go with Marth from Fire Emblem.
That's really good.
Yeah. He is totally badass. I say badass in every video.
That's okay.
That's totally
badass.
okay. But he is. He slays dragons, and he's not wearing a shirt in part of the game, and that makes him more hot.
Number 8, my favorite category, as always, hottest villain. What would be your hottest villain?
I think the villain I thought was the hottest, not in every game,
Okay.
but in a majority of them, would have to be Ganondorf.
Oh.
Zelda.
Yeah.
Like, he's an awesome villain, but in some of the Zeldas, he's really hot. Not the ones where he's a giant pig, but
the later ones.
the later ones.
Yes.
He was definitely really hot in some of them. Like, he
I
was just
agree.
like totally bulked up, like wicked hairdo.
He's very muscular.
He is so much. Yeah, he was really awesome.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's totally hot.
Mine would be, this isn't really a surprise, I don't think.
I don't think
I think
so.
we mentioned this in the last video. Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII. Sexy villain. There's just something about his like brooding,
Everything.
yeah, his long hair, the white hair, the leather jacket is like two like things that I automatically fall in love with the guy. White hair, leather jacket. He's got them. And he's a villain. 3 things. It's amazing.
Okay. Number 7 on our list. Hottest sub-character.
I actually had a hard time with this, I think, too. Even though there's a lot of hot like lead characters, to think of like a sub character, and then I had one character pop in my mind automatically, which was Zack from Final Fantasy VII. I will probably list off every Final Fantasy character. As good looking.
No, but he's
hot.
really hot.
Like, I almost think I might get some hate for this, that he surpasses Cloud in hotness. Right? What about you?
I might play a little bit on the Final Fantasy spectrum.
That's okay.
And I'm gonna say Snow from Final Fantasy 13.
Blonde guy.
The blonde guy with the hat.
He was so hot.
Like, he had
Oh,
an
God.
awesome coat, and he was on the chest. And
Yeah. Number 6, hottest hero.
And there's a lot of heroes.
Yeah, I mean, that's all like main characters, really.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
My hottest hero will have to be Kratos.
Yes, yes.
Kratos is hunkalicious.
Oh, yes.
Absolute hunkalicious.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Shirtless through most of the game, all of the game.
all of the
Yeah.
no, I don't think he ever wore a shirt in the entire
I'm okay
game.
with that. I'm totally okay with that.
Yeah. He's a strong ass Spartan.
Mm-hmm.
He's acrobatic. He's strong. He's resilient. He's smart and witty. And he's bald and sexy.
Mine would be the prince from Prince of Persia. Yeah. Playing, like, starting from the first game of Prince of Persia, playing it for, like, the PS2, I think it was, like, holy crap, my little self, my little childhood self was like, I'm feeling things I probably should not be feeling at my age.
Towards this
Video game character. So hot. Oh my god. And he's the same kind of thing, like, where he's witty, super funny, smartass, sometimes too much, but he's an awesome character. So sexy.
So this is a really interesting category.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of weird comments.
There's gonna be really weird comments. Hottest non-human character.
Again, we're probably gonna get a lot of weird comments for this. Kamari from Final Fantasy X was this big, like, wolf dog creature thing, but
I think it was
he
like
was
a lion
hot.
dog or something.
I don't know. But he had, like, braids in his hair. He was blue. He was super strong. Like, Yuna's, like, top guardian. Loved him. So hot. So hot. What about you?
You won't believe my pick.
I'm, like, kind of scared.
You'll probably believe my pick.
I'm kind of scared.
Prince Scion from Zelda.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because you showed me some fan art
Oh, the fan art.
and it's really sexy.
Oh, the fan art.
Yeah. I can see it though. I really can see it. So sexy.
He's like Sharkfish Man of the sexiness.
That's his title.
Sharkfish Man of sexiness. That is his official title. 6 feet tall, absolutely ripped.
Yeah.
He's like super nice, super upbeat, always positive about everything.
Yeah.
And he's just like so eager to like get ready and get in there and help and do what he can, and it just makes him more sexy. But like he's just like, oh.
So number 4 is a really funny category. We kind of thought up this category on the spot just for something fun and different. But it is the hottest old school style pixelized character. What's yours?
You guys know that you had crushes on those little pixelized characters in those games.
Just something about his pixelized face.
Something about that pixelized face. And I will say it again, Vincent Valentine is the hottest little pixelized man with pointy boots that you'll ever see.
I love that.
It was great.
When you played it as a kid, what did you like feel when you like played him?
I remember walking into that room on that level, and he like comes out of like this coffin, and you're just like,
Jack from Jack and Dexter, from all the way back Jack 1. Yeah, super hot. And he's like the badass, strong, silent type character, which I usually tend to fall in love with. And he was very pixelized in the first game. Very bad graphics. But the game was so much fun for a platform game. And just his badassness, his like weapons, he like raced motorcycles, like he was cool.
I love the racing one.
Yeah,
the
so
racing
do I.
was really good.
Yeah,
I'm not good
combat
at racing. I'm not good at racing games. That was a good racing
That
game.
was a good
That was
racing
really
game.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
So
good.
he's my pixelized character.
Number 3. A character that you find attractive, but no one else really does.
This is an awesome category because I feel like we have such weird and different tastes in guys that some people will look at you like, he's not hot. You'd be like, yeah, he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine would be Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat. And even though in the term of like game, like fighting game guys, he's not the hottest. I just find him so attractive. His like dick personality is really hot to me. I think he's just kind of a dick to everybody and like mean and cold-hearted, but he's really sexy and he uses that as his sexiness. I mean, he's got like an 8-pack. In the newest Mortal Kombat, when you get to select their outfit choices and change their outfit, he gives you the finger and he slides down his finger near his crotch. So as you're changing his wristbands, you're actually just staring at his crotch. Which I appreciate, Mortal Kombat. I see you, and I thank you.
That's pretty epic. I won't lie, that is pretty epic.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
I know this is really weird, but I would probably have to choose Handsome Jack from Borderlands.
Wow. Actually, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
got a good body.
you don't really think about it because he's
No.
like a semi-bad character, and you're just like, oh yeah, whatever. But he's actually very good looking, even though his like face is like stapled on, and he's a jerk. So
He's got a good body.
he's got a good body,
Yeah.
and he's pretty hot.
Number 2, hottest faceless character.
That's an interesting category too.
Right.
Like a guy that you can't see their face from a majority of the game or at all through any of the game.
Yeah. What would yours be?
I would probably have to say Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
I mean, if we're gonna go freaky, we're gonna go there.
Like, I can just picture him being really, really hot under there.
Yeah.
Like, he has a really good body, and he's strong and quite accurate most of the time.
That's true. Mysterious. You don't know
Mysterious.
anything.
You don't know anything really about him,
That's true.
right?
I'm gonna go kind of classic with this. I think a lot of people would probably choose this, but Master Chief. I just feel like there's some sexiness behind that. You play this like strong, badass character, like all the Halo franchises, all the Halo games, and he's just got this cool thing about him. You know what I mean? And I just want to see what he looks like, because in my mind, he's like a sex pot, and I just want to know. I just want to know.
Total sex bot.
Right?
Okay. Number one. Your hottest guy of all times.
Oh, be still my heart. Everyone knows this. It's Dante. Come on. And especially, I know a lot of fans had issue with DMC when it came out. They made that Dante smoking. Where he had like the black hair through most of the game, and he's completely shirtless and naked for the opening scenes. Thank you for doing that.
And I absolutely loved that little tribute it did
To his white hair?
to the
Yep.
white hair in the puddle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Love it.
I was just like,
That's funny.
that's so awesome.
He's just so hot. He's so badass. He's so funny. He's so strong. He's into metal. He's my perfect man. He's my perfect man. What about you?
I will have to go 100% with Ezio
Oh,
from
yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah.
They made him age so well because even when he got older, he was still smoking hot. Really hot. He was like the beast of the Brotherhood. I liked looking at his ass going up the buildings.
That's true. He's got a really good ass.
He has a great ass.
He puts the ass in
Assassin's Creed. Absolutely.
That's awesome. So we also have some honorable mentions that didn't necessarily make our list, but we don't want to forget their sexiness.
I never want to forget the sex.
No.
Yeah.
So for my list, I have obviously The Witcher, Laguna from Final Fantasy VIII, so hot. Riku from Kingdom Hearts, he was my like childhood crush.
I think he was probably one of mine too.
He was so hot. And last but not least, Nathan Drake. Awesome personality, super funny, really hot.
Yes.
What about yours?
Cloud from Final Fantasy.
Classic.
You can't go wrong. He was hot, and
He was.
even when he was pixelized.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little bit more Final Fantasy and say Squall.
Yeah, he was. I picked
He-
Squall's dad, so I mean,
Yeah, and Squall was really hot. You know, you got the genes going in a good way.
that's true.
I will also have to say Cullen from Dragon Age.
Oh, that's a good choice.
He's like the hot blonde. He was one of the Templars in Dragon Age, but like he was a love interest, and it was just like, all right.
Oh yeah.
And I will have to also say Jacob Taylor from Mass Effect.
Oh, you know, I've never played Mass Effect, but
Mass Effect's such a good game, but it has that same love interest thing like Dragon Age did.
oh, gotcha. Okay.
So you could kind of get together with like side characters or like people in your team and have love interests.
Yeah.
So, but he was like,
And now it's time for the ladies. Woo!
everyone loves them ladies.
Yeah.
Number 10, best costume selection.
Oh my god. I feel like any fighting game for girls is probably gonna have the most amount of costumes. So for me, I would say Dead or Alive. Everyone knows Dead or Alive is my favorite fighting game. Love those
Definitely.
ladies. So it's just all the ladies in Dead or Alive are my choices. Just for example, Kasumi, the main character, has about 50 choices in Dead or Alive Ultimate. That's one character with 50
That's a
costumes.
lot.
Yeah. They have like sexy nurse, bikini, Halloween costume, sexy Santa, sexy maid, just crazy outfits, schoolgirl, like whatever you want for them, they have it for these characters. Hot.
You can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't.
I would probably say on the same note, I would say the girls from Mortal Kombat XL.
Yeah.
In general, the Mortal Kombat XL, the new one that just came out, has an amazing costume selection.
Yeah, they do.
Especially for the girls, you're getting both like wicked cover-up ones, and you're also getting really awesome revealing ones
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Number 9. Just like we did for the male characters, we're doing for the female. Hottest Nintendo character.
And there's, I think, a little bit more girl characters than there are guy characters in Nintendo.
For sexiness, yeah.
For sexiness, definitely. I would definitely say the hottest girl for me, Samus.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Samus is sexy, sexy, sexy.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that it wasn't until the end of one of the games that most people didn't find out that she was a girl until
The end.
the very end. And it was just like, people lost their shit over it. And
That's
it's just like-
amazing.
It's like, yeah, she's, not only is she a girl, she is hot.
Take that, boys.
Take that,
Love that.
definitely. What about for you? What Nintendo character
Do I find hot?
do you find sexy?
I honestly would have to say Rosalina. I think of all the like Mario princesses, like Peach and Daisy and whatever, like Rosalina is the hottest out of all of them. She just has like side eye, she's got her pretty bang, and she just has like beautiful eyes, and she's very like elegant and queeny, but you can tell she's like saucy. I don't know, she has this like saucy
She
attitude.
definitely has a little bit of stuff.
Right? I love that. I love that. I think she's hot.
So the fun category, number 8. Hottest villain.
Yes.
So, who's your hottest villain?
So I went different on a different route with this one. Not necessarily console gaming, kind of PC gaming,
Oh.
but we're going like in the 90s PC gaming. Follow me along, everybody. Carmen Sandiego. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, even to this day, I know that they did a cartoon on Netflix, and it's cute, and the cartoon's really good, but the, like, old school Carmen Sandiego was a hot, hot-ass Spanish woman. So attractive, so hot, so badass, spy, and she was the villain in the story.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. she's badass. What about you?
So my favorite villain would have to be Queen Ida from Final Fantasy VIII.
She's awesome. She's sexy.
She is so sexy. And that like super tight outfit and then the
Low cut dress.
super low cut dress. But she was hot.
Yeah,
She was
so hot.
super hot.
Number 7, hottest fighting game girl.
Ooh.
Which there's a lot of them.
So many.
Yeah.
There's so many fighting game girls. I would have, if I had to narrow it down, I would definitely have to go with Ivy
Oh,
from Soul Calibur.
she's hot. Wow.
Oh, and
Wow.
she's been in the game since the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like she's one of the consistent characters they've kept.
Yeah.
And she does have a really good fighting style
She
too.
does. Very unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like using her in Soul Calibur.
I'm picking my favorite girl from Dead or Alive, which is Christy. And they get compared a lot to each other because they both have short white hair. They're both British. They both have like this kind of snake-like fighting style that's like sneaky and with whips and stuff like that. So I feel they're very similar in characters, but Christy is my favorite. She's a thief. She's an assassin. She doesn't give a crap about anybody. She's like a true villain.
You
and
definitely
she's
can't
hot.
go wrong with that.
She's hot.
Moving along. Our next question. Hottest hero. Female hero, of
Okay.
course.
Lara Croft for me. I feel like a true hero growing up was hard to find a female version of. There's a lot of male action stars, a lot of male action like video game characters. There was never a female one until Lara Croft came out.
Yeah, and it was a really good game.
Yeah, and it's still to this day, they're amazing games. It's an amazing series, a great franchise. She is so tough to handle everything that she handles and gets cut up and scarred up and dirty, and she's like doesn't care, but she does it and she looks so hot.
Very good. I would probably have to say from the Mass Effect series, Commander Shepard. You can pick either or,
Okay.
a male or female, but if you pick the female character, I find the storyline just works a little bit better because they change the whole storyline to kind of fit female or male role.
Gotcha.
So it's just the way the characters interact with you is slightly different depending on what you pick. So I find that they did a really, really good job with the female version in Mass Effect when they give you that choice to choose.
I feel like I need to play Mass Effect. Why haven't I?
It's such a good game. The hottest non-human character. Who do you think that is?
For me, easy choice. I don't know why it's an easy choice, but Fran from Final Fantasy was the like rabbit.
Oh, she was.
She also wore a very skimpy outfit.
She was.
She was so hot. It was like this black kind of like lacy thing. And it was very see-through. Her weapon was the bow and arrow, and she was badass, like strong, silent type badass. She was hot, hot.
For mine, I would probably have to go with Sarah Kerrigan from StarCraft.
Yeah.
So amazing. She's technically human in the beginning. She gets kidnapped by the Zerg, and she gets hybrided to be like their queen.
Oh.
So she becomes a good guy and then gets like hybrided to this creature and then becomes a bad guy.
That's pretty cool.
And tries to kill everyone. But
well.
she looks amazing. So sexy.
Yeah. Guys, number 4, hottest old school pixelized character. Love this category.
I will probably have to steal one of your answers.
That's okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Lara Croft.
Oh my god.
Come on. She got them triangle boobs. And all the guys were like, oh my gosh, look, she has boobs.
She's
but they're
hot.
like this weird like triangle thing when she turns sideways like this. It was hilarious.
So sexy.
But it was like amazing. She was definitely the hottest pixelized character that
Yep,
it was.
I agree. Oh, Street Fighter, Chun-Li. And she was like a blob of blue, and then when she did her spinny kick, it was just like white swirls. You couldn't even really tell what was happening on the screen. But she was the first female in fighting games. So as a fighting game fan, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And as time grew, obviously we got to see the sexiness that is Chun-Li now.
Number 3, hottest sub-character or non-playable character.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to go. Now this is a character or sub-character that's been in most of, if not all the Final Fantasies, but I'm picking from specifically Final Fantasy X and the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I think it's the better versions. Shiva, which was a summon that you could pick. The ice or water, yeah, the ice
Shiva
or water
was
summon.
amazing. Like, even in the pixelized one, she was pretty
Yeah,
hot
you can
too.
tell she was like, but in the remake, you're like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
and I attached her to Cloud so that when Cloud uses it, it just has like this cool connection between her and Cloud. And when she gets summoned, you're like, damn,
Yes.
she's sexy.
She's like, of course, I'll come out
Yeah,
for you.
sure, Cloud.
No problem.
We're both so sexy, of course.
I would probably have to say Aqua from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, that's a good one.
She is really badass,
Mhm.
and she is so hot.
Yeah.
Even in the very newest one, when you had to go and save her,
Yeah.
like, she's so strong, so, like, in tune with what she has to do, but, like, she does it in style.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She's cool. Number 2. Now, I don't want to get in any issues or trouble with the internet. This is our list, our category, our choice. We're not shaming anybody or any character. But number 2, hottest body.
That's a really hard choice because a lot of the female characters have very, very nice bodies.
Yeah, like perfect bodies.
Yes. I would have to say my sexiest female with the nicest body would have to go to Morgan from Darkstalkers.
Mhm.
Her life is pretty much just to seduce men and or women. Her body is really well proportioned. She has a very nice rack.
Yeah.
She can fly.
Yeah.
She has the nicest legs.
Yes, she really does.
The nicest legs.
Mine would be Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Even from way back in the old games, you can tell that she was supposed to be this kind of like sexy woman. She was very thin. She had a very large chest, very nice legs. And then when they did the remake, they made her smoking hot. Tiny little waist,
100%.
big boobs, long legs, black hair, like just so sexy. So sexy. She's super tough too, which I love. She's so nice, which I also love because it's like my personality. I just love her.
All right, number 1. Okay, hottest girl of your choice.
I feel like this probably isn't going to be much of a surprise either. I'm going to pick Rain from Blood Rain. Even when I played the first PS2 game when it came out, she is just so
Amazing.
unbelievably smoking hot. Her body, her attitude, she's a vampire, she wears leather, she's sarcastic, she's a hot-ass vampire. I love her.
Yeah, she's really awesome. I would have to say my favorite, sexiest female character would have to be Chun-Li. I've always loved Chun-Li, even from the very, very beginning games. Like she said, the blur that just was there with the white tornado thing.
White tornado kick.
To like how well she's rendered in the really newest games. Chun-Li definitely does not need anyone's help to be saved or to do anything, because she can definitely stick up for herself and kick some butt.
Yeah.
Hardcore. So she's definitely mine. everyone for watching episode 4. Hope you liked it, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And stay tuned for more videos coming your way.
Thank you guys so much.
See you soon.
Bye.